Hello everybody, welcome back to Custom Showcase. Today we'll be going into my Trackmaster 2 Flying Scotsman and his teak coaches. LNER 4472 himself was made with his standard Trackmaster 2 model. The face was cut off with a blade and a hammer. I rest the sharp end on the top of the face and firmly tap down with a hammer. It does slice the fronts of the smoke deflectors off, but if you don't lose them, then you can just glue them back on. I only made this custom because I had the smokebox door of my Hornby Scotsman I obliterated laying around and wanted to use it up. But anyways, I then glued the door on and started painting. I used a Brunswick greenish, which is stupidly inaccurate, but my original plan was to resell on eBay along with Thomas. But I went against it since I love both customs. And to be honest, I'm glad I didn't sell them, and I didn't really care that much, to be honest. After the painting, I varnished it with a spray and made some little headlamps in the express head code, and I also made a custom tender to engine coupling. The old UC weapon style with the small loop on the engine and the tender hook hooking onto it. Speaking of UC weapon, let's talk about the coaches I made for Scotty. They're both typical Annie and Clarabelle's. I had his cheap looking express coaches beforehand. I painted them in the wooden teak colour and cut out some card to look at the corridors. The idea was nabbed from UC Weapon as he did his own Scotsman. They're pretty squashed, but I think they fit the squashed nature of Trackmaster 2 engines. Now for the unique linkage, which is a trimmed static piece from my obliterated Hank model. I trimmed and cut about on it to make it look like all the piston rods and whatever's on Scotsman. I did have another version scratch built with some broken rods from another model, but I didn't like them for how fragile they were. I'm pretty neutral with this Hank linkage. I like the detail, but I think it looks too big and covers up the coupling rod too much. I also added a standard 1.5 volt motor that's from all Tomy and Trackmaster 1 engines, so now Scotsman goes much faster, but from these clips you'll see later the batteries are pretty drained. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Custom Showcase. As always, I'll leave you with some running clips and such. Next episode we'll look at the Solar Yard engines, Thomas and Dodge. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Oh boy, I wonder why he's driving and swinging, and so he's holding onto the box. Gareth, do it again. Go on, Gareth. Build a layout. Build a layout, boy. Don't eat my track, Gareth. Dig, Gareth, dig. Leave him alone. Go on, Gareth. You can do it. Hello, Gareth. How are you? Pet the Gareth. Yes, Gareth, that's track. Getting them muscles, Gareth. Whoa, getting them muscles. Whoa. He's having fun. Go on, Gareth, go down there. See where it takes you.